Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA. Between the visiting Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today. IAA like the fan, name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 105 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On second down, it's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's... That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are...
Come on, QB, come on.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Stevens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, found him. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that. Out of way.
Where's the tap? 19! 44. Man, I got you.
They'll run on 1st down. Buck. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down now. Bump. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second down, this is Wilson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, Bowden. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bowden. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And to give this time to the tailback. Now loose. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses level.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Running into the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. They'll set up a throw. Room to run past midfield. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Check, 43. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 4th down, Freddie Kitchens is going to send out the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. The Panthers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Leaping, and he makes the grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jordan. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense.
Tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 11. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Check 43.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I'm going to fight.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. It's Geis on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. This is Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, Geis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run on 1st down. Bowden. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Bowden. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Bowden.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Back. Get his boy down, he's coming. That's 54. 55, come on, guys, 55. This is our time, guys. This is our time. Mike, 55.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Mike. Set. 19. Mike.
They'll run on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Out of the gun, Watson out to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll keep it on the ground. Bowden. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there in the final minute. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Jags down 10-6. At time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's back to throw. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Set. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Bowden. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 34. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Houston, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.